Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan, the news read by Miriam Khan. First, the headlines. Prime Minister and Crown Prince of Bahrain at a meeting in Manama held talks covering Bahrain bilateral issues and regional situation. Pakistan will continue to play its facilitating role in Afghan peace and reconciliation process. Special Assistant to Prime Minister on Information says the nation will continue to defeat the extremist mindset through the collective efforts. In India, violent protest continued on the sixth straight day across the country today against the new controversial Indian citizenship law. China and European Union have agreed to jointly advance the partnership for peace, growth, reform and civilization. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan met the Crown Prince Salman bin Al-Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa at Al Udaydiya Palace in Manama. Upon arrival at the Paris, the Prime Minister was accorded Guard of Honor. Discussion was also held on Pakistan-Bahrain bilateral issues and regional situation. Prime Minister and Crown Prince also witnessed a signing of MOUs in the fields of higher education, scientific research, sports and medical sciences. Earlier, when the Prime Minister Imran Khan was arrived at Manama to attend the National Day of Bahrain as guest of honor, Crown Prince of Bahrain Salman bin Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received the Prime Minister with a red carpet welcome. Prime Minister Imran Khan has been conferred upon the highest civil award of Bahrain. The award was granted by the King of Bahrain Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa at impressive ceremony in Manama. Earlier, the Prime Minister arrived at Sakhir Palace where the Bahraini King personally received him. The Prime Minister is participating in the National Day celebration of Bahrain as a guest of honor. Prime Minister Imran Khan has said that the broad-based and enduring partnership between Pakistan and United States is important for peace, prosperity and development in the region. Talking to U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham, who called on him in Islamabad today, he urged him to continue to play his role in the transformation of the relationship, particularly through deepening and intensifying bilateral economic cooperation. While emphasizing the value of peace and stability in Afghanistan for Pakistan's development, Imran Khan said that the Pakistan would continue to play its facilitating role in the Afghan peace and reconciliation process. He apprised Senator Graham of the continuing Indian atrocities in Indian-occupied Kashmir and also drew senators' attention towards the Indian government's discriminatory policies against minorities. Senator Graham thanked the Prime Minister for Pakistan's consistent support in Afghan peace process. Prime Minister Imran Khan will also visit Geneva to convene the first ever Global Refugees Forum commencing tomorrow. The UN High Commissioner for Refugees and Switzerland are co-hosting the forum. Prime Minister Imran Khan, along with the Turkish President Erdogan and the leaders from Costa Rica, Ethiopia, and Germany, have been invited to co-convene the forum in recognition of their exemplary role for the protection and well-being of refugees. The Prime Minister, during his stay in Geneva, will also have bilateral interactions with the counterparts and with the UN leadership and attend the luncheon hosted by the UN Secretary General. U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham called on Chief of Army Staff General Qamar Javed Bajwa in Rawalpindi today and discussed regional security situation, including Afghan reconciliation process. The 5th anniversary of Army Public School Peshawar tragedy was observed today with the pledge that the nefarious designs of the enemies will never be allowed to succeed. On this day in 2014, more than 150 people, including 134 children and staff members, lost their lives in a blatant act of terrorism in Army Public School Peshawar. The main function in connection with the 5th anniversary of Army Public School was held in Peshawar today. Corps Commander Peshawar Lieutenant General Noman Mahmood was the chief guest on the occasion. President Arif Alvi and Prime Minister Imran Khan have reiterated the pledge to root out the menace of terrorism and extremism in all its manifestation from the country. In their separate message on the occasion of the APS tragedy, they paid glowing tributes to martyrs of the Peshawar incident. In his message, President Arif Alvi said the nation cannot forget the massacre of a little children and teachers of APS. In his message, Prime Minister Imran Khan affirmed that the militant mindset will not be allowed to take over the country. The National Assembly today offered Fatiha for the departed souls of martyred children, teachers, and staff of the Army Public School Peshawar in a terrorist attack in 2014. The House also offered Fatiha for the security personnel who embraced martyrdom in Indian firing, along with the working boundary of Shangarghar, and passenger died in an accident at Khan Matarzai area of Balochistan. Maulana Abdul Akbar Chitrani led the Fatiha. Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee General Nadeem Raza called on President Dr. Arif Alvi in Islamabad today after assuming his office. The President wished him well for his assignment. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. Special Assistant to Prime Minister on Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Firdaus Ashik Awan, has said that the nation will continue to defeat the extremist mindset through collective efforts. She was speaking at the launch of Information Commission website in Islamabad today. The Special Assistant said the step is aimed at providing credible and certified information to the people, including the journalist, about any institutions or the priorities of the government. Meanwhile, talking to the media persons in Islamabad, she said the government believes in across-the-board accountability by empowering the institutions. She said National Accountability Bureau is functioning independently today like never before. The Ministry of Finance has described as misleading and incorrect the news report appearing recently in a section of the press claiming that the previous Forigo uplift plans and returned 2002 billion rupees at the centre. In an official statement, the Finance Division stated that as per factual position, the actual provincial surplus for the period of July to September 2019 is 190 billion rupees. 16 December has been remembered as a dark day in the history when 48 years ago conspiracies of inimical forces resulted in a debacle of the East Pakistan. As early as 1962, Bengali leader Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and Indian jointly started planning against the breaking up of Pakistan. India created Mufti Bahini, a militant organization comprising of Indian agent extremist Hindu goons and outlaws population, including killing, rapes, loot, and plunder, where India media blamed all such activities on Pakistan Army. In occupied Kashmir, Chairman Hurriyat Forum Mirwais Umar Farooq has demanded immediate release of all political detainees, including Hurriyat leaders, activists, lawyers, and businessmen. Meanwhile, military siege and other restriction imposed by the India continue to remain in the force of 134 consecutive day to day, causing severe hardship in the Kashmir Valley and Muslim majority areas of Jammu region. In India, violent protests against the new controversial anti-Muslim citizenship law entered a sixth day today. There are large protests in the capital Delhi as well as Mumbai, Hyderabad, and Kolkata. Authorities have tried to curb the protests by shutting down the internet services. 4 public buses and 2 police vehicles were tortured near Jamia Millia Islamia in New Delhi during the demonstration. Hundreds of people also protested in their parts of the city, including Jalalabad Nehru University and outside the city's police headquarters. Reports of the protest have been also received from Lucknow and Chennai. China and European Union have agreed to jointly advance the partnership for peace, growth, reform, and civilization. Chinese State Councillor and Foreign Minister Wang Yi addressed a press conference in Madrid. Spain and China will always firmly support the European interrogation process. Chinese President Xi Jinping has supported Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam during the most difficult time to govern in accordance with the law. He said that while talking to media before a closed-door meeting with the Hong Kong leader in Beijing today. U.S. Secretary of Defense Mark Esper, in telephonic conversation with Iraqi Prime Minister Adil Abdul Mahdi, urged him to take the steps to prevent bases housing U.S. troops from being shelled. In the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, 22 people, including 7 women, were killed by the rebel fighters today. And finally, the weather report. Windy, cold, and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. However, dense fog is likely to prevail in most parts of the plain areas of Punjab, Upper Sindh during the morning and night hours. Frost is likely to form in a Potawar region and most district of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, please log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streamings of our bulletin on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.